So I wanted to share with you this because I think it's really inspirational and I love data and I love sharing data. So recently I reviewed the last 10 years worth of clients, how they succeeded, what they did to succeed, our coaching methods, everything. And I wanted to provide some quick, easy things that even I was surprised about. The main thing that I wanted to share is that the goals, when they're tracked successfully, it's a night and day difference. So, the similarities that I found in everybody was when our clients listened to everything we said, everything, 100% compliance. The timeline on getting to those goals was massive. So I'm just going to share a common scenario. Let's say the client's goal was 3 months and they listened to everything that we said, everything. They got there. However, when they listened to 80% of what we recommended, 80 to like 90% of what we recommended, the timeline shifted from 3 months to 6 months, somewhere as extreme as a year, because we couldn't get through the phases optimally. So when we program design for everybody, we periodize it based on a perfect world scenario. When you should be here, when you should be here, what's going to be happening based on like photos, measurements, food intake, the exercises that we recommend, and then we can move on to next phases. Um, Even I was shocked at how significant it was, and I know this information already. But when I saw that clients that wanted to achieve a certain result in a 3 month period was stretched to almost a year in many of these scenarios, it was crazy. So I went back to my own diaries and journals from since I started lifting. And the times that I wasn't as compliant with myself, yeah, the results were crazy. They were true. They were like, oh, okay, I see what's happening. When I had periods of time when I didn't track all my meals, or when I had periods of time when I didn't do my weekly photos, weigh ins, measurements, my step count, everything, the results just kind of, they didn't go down, but they didn't go up as crazy. So I still making small progress, which is awesome. And the similarities of when I had those times of inconsistencies was that I was depressed and I had a lot of stress. And the funny thing is that exercise helps alleviate that feeling. And even I knew that. So that's why I felt it was important to share this with you. So I'm going to go through again the quick wins. So, with everybody, let's talk about the comfort zone. As humans, we like to stay in this little bit bubble of when we feel safe and in control. Then we have the next zone is the fear zone. So we find excuses, lack of self confidence, being affected by others. So often it's hard in this zone, right? Mentally, you can escape it. Usually, everybody that comes to us, kind of you're escaping that, and you're now in the learning zone, dealing with new challenges. Maybe it's posture, whatever the issue is, and you're gaining all these skills and this knowledge. Then you have the growth zone where you're setting goals, constantly tracking, testing, and measuring those, sending it to us so we can modify consistently. However, sometimes we go from that learning zone back down to fear, or maybe we skip the fear and go right back into comfort. I feel more comfortable doing this. So, you know what? I'm not going to measure all my food this week. I'm not going to maybe do all the homework because of X, Y, Z. Whatever the reasons are. I just wanted to share that with you. I could talk forever, but for time's sake, I won't. So, the clients and myself, when I back to my own journals, that had the very most success in the most optimal time, weekly posture photos. Every single week, no matter what, weekly posture photos. Why? Well, you can see your posture improving, and you find if you compare the photos week to week to week to week, it helps you stay motivated. Helps you stay on track, and that's part of the logging is staying on track. And the data also given to us helps us improve what kind of homework we need to give to you, or maybe explain what's happening in the body a little bit more. Tracking your macros every single day, logging all your food. This is massive as well. This is how you recover, how you sleep. Everything is affected. So when we build out a macro plan for you, trying to hit those goals within 5%, give or take, every single day, night and day difference. It's crazy the amount of difference it makes. So log your food every single day. And you know what? Sometimes there's good days and bad days. So I'm going to share with you something that's maybe a secret, maybe not. But on those bad days, don't worry, you can make it up the rest of the week. As long as, let's say, you take those daily macros, times it by 7 for the week, as long as that total value adds up at the end of the week, you're still going to crush it. So don't overthink it. Just give it your best tracking it. Again, when we're tracking something, we tend to make healthier decisions for ourselves. When we're not tracking something, we don't know what to do, and we might be making unhealthy subconscious decisions. Weigh-ins and measurements. So I went through phases myself as well where I wouldn't weigh myself or wouldn't measure my body circumference in different areas. And then again, I wouldn't make as much progress. It was because, again, the weigh-ins is how we kind of calculate your macros and the measurements, and then programming not only, your food, but the exercises we give. So every single week, weigh-ins, measurements, no matter how you feel. I would just do it on the exact same day as the photos, log it, forget it. Consistent workouts. For the homework part, not everybody loves doing the rehab stuff. I don't even love doing it all the time. I love the side effect that it gives me, but it's that consistency every single day doing positive things for your body that stacks and builds on top of each other for ultimate success. Weekly step count. Walking is really underestimated. So I would recommend weekly step count of 70,000 steps a day. 70,000 steps per week, which is 10,000 steps a day on average. Similar to food, there's good days, bad days. At the end of the week, 70,000 steps, aim for it. It's going to help you with recovery. It's going to help with your workouts. It's going to help stimulate the circulation. I find that we're nowadays, especially since COVID times, we're sitting way too much. So we need to get out there, go for a walk. It also significantly helps lower the body's stress. Everything we're doing for you is to help lower the body's perceived stress, help with recovery, constantly feeling better every single day. So all these tips are based on helping you feel better every single day that you wake up. Just an old photo of myself when I consistently tracked everything over the course of 1 year time. Everything was flawless, keep in mind. So I tracked all my nutrition and constantly modified it based on what I needed to do. When I say constantly, maybe it's monthly or every couple of months based on, again, my training program, sleep, everything. Photos every single week, front, side, back, and then measurements and weigh-ins every single week. Again, I stack this on photo days. Step count. I don't love cardio, but it's necessary. So walking, again, I love the value that it brings. And I know we're busy, so get that step count a little bit high. Keep the homework consistent. Try to do movements every single day. If the programming is too much for you, that you can't do it every single day, let me know why. If any of this is too much for you, let me know why. And what I would love for you to do is message me, let me know what you can stay consistent with, and let me know also what you can't stay consistent with and the reasons why. And I'll do my best to support you along with the team, obviously. But I want to know a little bit more about everything so that we can do our best to get you optimal results in the most optimal time possible. Okay, I'll try to keep it short for that. All of you, you know that I love talking a lot, so I'm going to keep it short. I think I did good. All right.